guys, this is the One Piece King here today. I know I haven't done a video in a long time, and I know it's pretty late to do this one. Probably might do another one tomorrow, probably. I'm gonna be hanging with a friend tomorrow, so it probably won't happen until like later on, probably. Um, but I actually did want to go and actually throw out a review. Now, I guess for some of you that don't, like, that probably didn't follow my Instagram page or something, or unless if y'all do, then y'all know what this video is for. It's just a quick one, really. Well, quick meaning as in I'm just getting it out of the way. This is like my own personal one that I just want to do, because it's just gonna be that awesome. So I wanted to actually discuss about One Piece Stampede, like doing a review for it. Yes, this is gonna contain spoilers, which I will put in the description below. Um, well, even the video title itself will even have spoilers and stuff too. But like I'll just write in like kind of like parentheses spoilers ahead. Like kind of like giving you a warning, like watch this video if you've watched the movie, or if you don't care to watch the movie, then like that could be another reason. Um, but anyway, let's get started on it. So honestly, though, I liked it. I liked One Piece Stampede. I think it was really the greatest movie I've seen. I mean, I would say that that one kind of triumphs over all the other big three that we got, which was Strong World, Z, and Film Gold. I'm not saying that Stampede is basically better than those three. Like, those three had, some good stuff on them, but Stampede just had a lot to unpack as of, like, a lot of information and stuff. Like, it related a lot of stuff from the story and everything, like, from the legit story of the series, and it potentially gave us like a little bit of a spoiler ahead that no one even knew about. Like, this was like a movie only thing, of course, but apparently it gave us like, it kind of gave us like a bit of a spoiler ahead that there could have actually got, like, there could have been an easier way, on how to get to the final island or something, or not really the final island, but Raftel, basically, which is basically where the One Piece is at. um, there is one tiny little thing though, and this was, basically during whenever I was watching the movie with a friend, which her knowledge of One Piece was complete zero. She didn't know nothing about it. It's just I was kind of there to be like, well, this and this is what happened. She's like, oh, well, that's self-explanatory, and I'm like, really is. Um, so the thing of it is though is that the treasure that everyone was fighting for, that basically they still all had to fight for in the end, was like a eternal pose on how to get to quote unquote Laugh Tale. And like I legit was thinking like, please tell me that's a joke. Like, please tell me that this whole Raftel and like the R's and L's are now being like legit symbolized this time, where it's like, oh yeah, like in the Japanese version it's gonna be called Raftel because Japanese people do not have L's, they have R's, and so the way how to translate it in the U.S. here, or for like English people like us, we would call it laugh tail and everything, or like laughtel or something like that. Um, but legit, it legit spells the word laugh with tail, Tale, and I'm just like, really, really, did they have to do? I mean, I'm not hating the fact that they did that. I'm just like, why do you have to go and call it laugh tail? Like, I liked it better whenever it was called Raftel, because Raftel just had that name meaning, Like, it had that name meaning throughout the entire series of it. And it's like, it's been the talk, of the community for like the longest time. Probably people might still be talking about it even after watching the movie, and they're like, what is with this Laugh Tale? Like, I feel like Laugh Tale actually is a different island that probably might contain a secret, to where the One Piece really is. Like, it's like literally a key leads you to a place that leads, that has a key that can lead you to the actual place where you want to go. You know, like, I mean, I just made that one up just now, but there's probably been, probably people just already thought of that one already. So, you know, but honestly, though, whenever I was thinking of Laugh Tale and how everyone just wanted to be like, it's like it's an eternal pose to Laugh Tale. Like that's where the One Piece basically is. That's gonna be the end of the series. It's right there. It's in his hands, or it'll be in whoever hands, whoever gets it. You know, and well, by the end of the day, Luffy got it and everything because he beat Bullet and he got the treasure and everything. But you know, whenever Luffy got to see it or even like hear about it and everything, like kind of hear what it is, like he's been hearing hints that it's like, oh yeah, this specific treasure is basically the key to getting the One Piece and everything. Like it's gonna be so easy like that, And Luffy's just like, oh shoot, you mean I can easily like just get there? I don't have to do all this crazy stuff anymore, you know? But knowing Luffy, that just ruins the fun because my friend Bree, um, that's the one who I went to go and see the movie with. We got to the part, like, it was around the ending and everything, and everyone was still wanting to get their hands on it. They're just like, hey, like that kid, he's got it, Luffy's got it, and everyone's all, chasing after him because they're like, well, finally, the big guy's out of the way, but now our time's to shine now again. Now it's time for us to go and grab what we wanted from the beginning. And then Luffy flat out just smashes it, and then everyone's like trying to figure out why did he do that? And so he's just like, the reason why I did it was because this is basically, your little key symbol. This is like the little symbol, or like the little shortcut just to get there. I don't want that. That's gonna ruin all the fun, all the adventures that I've made. And, I would have to be stuck on the ocean for like hours or days or even months, at most, probably years. And, just to get all the way to this place, just to get my adventure done with, like to get my, whole dream finally realized to be, done. And he's just like, I don't want that. I want to have fun. I actually want to adventure out so that way I could actually uncover this, the story and, uncover what else I can find out on, the journey. So that way, whenever I do get to there, it's going to be all worth it in the end because it doesn't matter if it's gold. It doesn't matter if it's nothing or if it's just flat out just friendship, I guess, even though people don't want that. They flat out want it to be like a legit item, like gold. Like flat out just he would be like, well, that's fine because I went through all this way, and it's like, like it's okay. I just went through all this and everything, and it's fine. I had fun, and now I'm the Pirate King, so that's actually a plus. Um, but yeah, he find out explains it like that, where it's like I don't want to go and take an easy shortcut just to get there. There's like a whole, there's whole other places out there for me to explore with my crew, and I don't want to just go to one place. Like I don't want to go to just one place entirely and be like, well, that's it. That's the end of One Piece right there. It's done. Like it could have did that. It could have did that where it's like, oh yeah, that's like the one spin-off way to look at it. But then the credits roll and then it's all like, oh yeah, here's the version that we cut out and everything where Luffy actually decides to be like, I actually want to do it. Like it's mine. I actually want to do it. I actually want to see what's been hiding from me, all this time. I actually want to know like, what exactly is on, or this Laugh Tale. I want to know what it is. I want to know what the One Piece is this time. And so, he finally just goes out there and everything. And so he goes, like Luffy goes to he goes to the Laugh Tale and like with his with his crew and everything. He goes there and then they somehow just find out what's been, the One Piece this entire time. Like they find out what it is and then boom. But no, they didn't want to do that because they're just like, well, that's not his character, so we're just gonna scrap that idea out and be like, nope, there's no alternate version where Luffy actually accepts it and be like, oh, we're gonna like, gang, we gotta go, this direction, the Laugh Tale. We finally are gonna, I'm finally gonna become the Pirate King after many years. Like 20. Is it 21 years or I think it's 22 years right now. This is the 22nd year that One Piece has, been going on for. It's been 22 years. Or probably 23, I'm going to say. Like, probably 22, 23. Either way, though, it's been that many years, and it's finally time to finally just, put an end to it. But that's not fun. That's not fun. Um, but besides that point and everything, like I said though, I really think that Laugh Tale was more of like, just kind of putting the emphasis of the R's and the L's on how to really, pronounce Raftel. Even though in the English dub they did pronounce Raftel as, legit Raftel, they didn't pronounce it like, oh, you want to know how to get to Laugh Tale? I could tell you. It's like, no, it's Raftel, with an R. Because, like, One Piece is still, a Japan setting, like, it's a Japanese setting. So it's not like they're just going to go and switch that and be like, oh, yeah, it's actually Laftel in the English instead of being Raftel. It's like, no, it's Raftel in, it's Raftel in the English as well. So they didn't change that out. That's good. Um, but I think that's what it was, is that they were putting the emphasis on that, because if Oda really wanted to, like, we're in the Wano arc right now, like, in the series, if he legit wanted to, like, flat out just mention Raftel again and everything, or, mention the island of where One Piece is at, which I want to agree, it is called Raftel still. If he wants to go and change it and say, like, oh, it's Laugh Tale this time, like, like, this name of Raftel, it's been literally a mystery, and it's like everyone's, like, basically it's been like clouding everyone's perception or everyone's mind, that it's like, it's been called Raftel this whole entire time, but it's actually called Laugh Tale. And it's like, oh, really? Well, we gotta go to Laugh Tale then. We gotta go. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't accept it. I'd be like, I love you, One Piece. I really do, because that's how my whole being became to be. I still, would read and watch it, but the minute, like the minute every time that keeps getting mentioned, I'm gonna cringe at that so much, because I'm gonna be like, Oda, I know this is your work, but you know freaking well, Laugh Tale is not really a good name for where the One Piece is, because now I'm just thinking that the One Piece is really like, it's a joke, you know, like, maybe for Luffy it's not really gonna be a joke. Maybe he'll realize, like, oh, the reason why this island is called Laugh Tale is because, you get to smile and laugh throughout your entire journey that you've had with your friends, and it was fun. Like, it's a good journey. It's fun. You know, but for many of us, really, like, probably many of us will be like, no. Like, we agree it is a fun journey because they went through so many locations, they did so many things that we never thought would be possible for them to do, but they did it. And, it's just, they went through so many adventures, so many heartbreaking moments, that truly changed them to be who they are today, to get to a point where it's like, oh, the real treasure was the journey. Have a good laugh. Like, have a good laugh. That is what the island really entails. It's called Laugh Tale. The tale of laughter, the tale of a fun journey that you got to laugh and smile with your friends. Like, everyone would probably just be like, oh my freaking god. It's like, oh no, we get it. And flat out, it would be like, yep, that's how I'm ending One Piece. Like, everyone really thought it was gonna be treasure, but nope. Turns out it was just, it was just a laugh. It's a joke. It's like, nah, Buggy would pull that out of his butt in a second, but not, not Roger. Not Roger. I don't see that. But to uncover other stuff in the, in the movie, because just throwing the laugh tail stuff out of the way, because that's actually been more of a rant. I really hope Oda just keeps going with the Raftel name in the series, because if he goes with Laugh Tail, I'm just gonna be like, no. But before I get started on that again, yeah. So we got to see a lot of other characters in the movie. Some of them actually were fillers. Some of them were actually from like fillers and everything, from like well, kind of like filler movies, I would say, like filler movies, and like fillers entirely and everything, like filler episodes in the anime. Actually, like some of them were there. um like obviously we got to see Foxy and Wapple there. Even though it was funny in the English dub, how oh shoot, I forgot his name. But it was this random new character that was kind of announcing the pirate festival and stuff with I guess you could call him an antagonist, even though Bullet was the main antagonist for it. But his name is Buenafesta, I believe. Yeah, Buenafesta, and he kind of allied, or not really allied himself, but he called like two people that were sort of like pirates and everything, or I think they were. I mean, I think the dude in the freaking hat was and everything, that had like this little claw for a hand or something, like a metal claw for a hand. Like, I legit think like he legit was a pirate, because one, he didn't have a hand and everything. He had more of a claw for a hand, and he had a peg leg too. So I was like, hey, like that's pretty cool. Like this guy actually legit looks like the pirate and everything. Not the full on set, but sort of. And then we had Anne, which at first I almost thought her name was going to be Annie, and I was about to be like, well, that's close, and I wouldn't mind a character actually being named Annie, because, I'm trying to look through One Piece, and I'm like, have we had a character named Annie before? And I'm like, I don't think we have. It's like, okay, can we get a character named Annie? Probably in this One Piece Stampede movie. Maybe that green haired girl right there, like, come on. But they called her Anne, and I was like, you know what? That's fine. That's close enough. That's fine. I mean, in other ways to call her, you can call her Annie, like a nickname, but Anne is fine too. Interesting fact about her though, she actually has a devil fruit power, and with hers, at first I almost thought her devil fruit power was more of a vision, like a visionary devil fruit power. Which we've never got to see that in the series before, so that's why I was always thinking like Anne's got a like a vision devil fruit power. Like she does something with her eyes and everything. Not really lasers, not like some kind of hypnosis, not anything like that. Like legit she can do something with her eyes. Like possibly I thought maybe she could see far away. Sort of like what was her name? Hajime, I believe was her name. It's the girl from My Hero Academia. If you've ever watched that series and everything, which I will probably do a series discussion on that, because season 4 just released and everything. Not too long ago actually. Well, not today, but like about like a few weekends ago, like three, I would say like 3 weekends ago, season 4 already released, and I'm all like, woo, like I'm all excited about that. Um, but there was this girl, I believe her name was Hajime or something close to that, and she had a power where she was able to like see very far away and everything. Like she can see, like she has a limit to how far she can see and everything, but she has a good distance. Like she has a good distance to see how far like she can see something. You know, so that's why I was thinking like, okay, maybe Oda can put that into play with another character in One Piece, like Anne, and be like, she has the same ability, but except with hers doesn't really have a limit. It's more like she can actually legit see as far as she wants. Because I mean, yeah, you can put a limit on some Devil Fruit users' powers and everything, but with some characters that basically have some of the basic ones, which one of them was Apis from this filler. I even tried to look around to see for her, because I was like, I swear I see Apis and the dragon anywhere, I'm just gonna be like, freaking Apis. It's like from the very first filler that we got in One Piece, like flat out, there she is. It's like Apis, like I don't know if they would make it to where they would show if she's grown up to like probably around like Kobe's age, really, like a kind of like a grown up teenager, and be almost an adult, really. I think Kobe's like almost an adult because he actually looks the part. I don't know if Apis would be the same way if they thought to reintroduce her in the story, at least for the anime side of it, and be like, oh yeah, Apis is filler makes a return, and this time Apis has actually gotten older this time, like she's like matured more and handled her power pretty good. And yeah, she's got a power. Like I said, with hers, it's really basic. I believe it was called like the Wisp fruit or something like that. Basically, what it was that she was able to actually listen, to the whispers of animals. I would pretty much guess, not inanimate objects. I legit mean like animals, because um because animals can't really speak, at least not speak human speech like we can. um but you get the part basically. So Apis had the ability to basically listen to any animals and everything. Like, say if a seagull went and made its little noise or whatever, Apis would understand and be like, oh, like, oh, that's what you said. It's like, okay, well, nice to meet you, nice to meet you, Jerry. His name is Jerry. It's like, oh, okay. Nice to meet you. Like flat out just wave at the seagull, be like, nice to meet you, Jerry. Um, but like I said though, with hers, it didn't seem like there was a limit because she could basically speak to any animal that she wanted. So I don't really think there was a limit at all. I'm trying to think of another one that was pretty basic like hers that didn't have a limit either. The only one I can really think of was Cracker's ability. Cracker wasn't a filler character, he legit was like an actual story character. And his power was called the Bis fruit, which basically, allowed him to control biscuits. I guess that was pretty explanatory because of his name. He's called Cracker or Charlotte Cracker. But Cracker, biscuits, same thing really. So basically what he does is that well, I'm gonna have to put it like that. So basically what he does is that he goes in, he does a simple clap of his hands and a biscuit pops up. And if he keeps clapping his hands, he can actually mold the biscuits into like into soldiers, which that's what he does, because he molds a lot of biscuit soldiers to fight for him. He doesn't usually do a lot of fighting for himself unless if he's actually the biscuit soldier like inside, which he's done that to conceal his identity because not a lot of people have seen his face. um but the thing of it is though is that Cracker can make an infinite number just by clapping his hands. And I guess, like I said, you can say that is pretty basic because all he has to really do is just clap his hands. He can make an infinite number, as many as he wants. Because it doesn't seem like there's a limit. As long as he can keep clapping his hands, he can be like, "Oh, it's like you thought that you can easily beat me and everything. Well, guess what? I'm gonna keep, clapping my hands. Of course, I'm gonna get tired, because like you wouldn't be one of clapping your hands forever, like just to make an infinite number, because you're gonna be pretty tired to be like, okay, it's like I gotta run away and everything and let my hands rest for a second, but then whenever I come back, you're gonna get more. So there you go. um so yeah, I thought that if Anne had that kind of power, her power would be, vision. She would get like, a wide range of the entire pirate festival, or the pirate expo, at least in another translation. And she would get like the full scope of it and everything, so she knows what's going on. Like, there's no limit to what she can and can't see. But her power is not that at all. In fact, her power is actually to make drawings come to life. And this actually made me very interested to know a little bit more about Anne, because of the fact that you know, I play One Piece Treasure Cruise, and whenever they released the Stampede stuff, like they were releasing Stampede content out on the Japanese version. English version, the global version, they didn't do that yet. I'm thinking they probably might do that like around the next summer or something like that. I don't know. Um, you know, but technically though, we did get, we got a raid Sabo, which was Stampede Sabo. We got something called treasure mode, which basically I'm not gonna really be self-explanatory with it. Like I'm not gonna explain a lot with that. All I'm gonna say is that Smoker was a treasure mode boss, and he was in a Stampede outfit. Um, we had Fujitora. We had something special with Fujitora that he was also from Stampede as well. Lucci was also a raid boss, and he was in his Stampede outfit as well. Like the content kept rolling in and everything, but when it came to Sabo though, there was something with Sabo's artwork whenever, I evolved him and everything because he had an evolution. I evolved him and since Sabo has, the firepower from Ace, you see him at least from an angle that I would like you would be looking at from, the game point of view. Sabo's on the left, kind of like holding out his fist like this, and to the right there's like this fiery, there's like this fiery image or whatever, and it's Ace. There's this fiery image and it's Ace. And I saw this around at the end of the movie, and I was like, that's why it was there. That's why. And it's like, okay, and Anne made it too. I'm guessing that Sabo probably carried a poster of yeah, it was probably a wanted poster or probably an actual picture of Ace, and he actually showed it to Anne, and Anne made it come to life. But the actual question is though, how did it actually have like this fiery glow on it? Like how did it have the actual fire? Because I feel like Sabo could have easily made like, molded like the fire into a shape. Because I mean, I know fire is intangible, I know, but at the same time, I really think that he could have also, kind of molded the fire into like a shape, to make it look like Ace and kind of do that. Like, I know he won't be doing it all the time, but it's like, think of it as like the one thing that it would be like, you know what? This is like the final battle right here, and this is the memoriam of my brother. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this technique that I've been saving for this, like for the specific time. I've perfected it. Like, well, I mean, I've trained with it, and then I perfected it, and now it's just like, it's a boss. Like it's a boss technique now. So get prepared now. I call this one like, the flame merge ace, like the flame merge ace or something like that, in which he would have, like he would have himself either on the left or the right, doesn't matter what side, because Ace would pop up next to him, but in a fiery, like in a fiery version, like a fiery glow, and it would be like, haha. It's like, you see, the spirit of Ace is still alive. You thought you killed him. You didn't. Because as long as me and my brother are still alive, like me and Luffy, you're not gonna take down us yet. Like, you're not gonna beat down the brothers here. We're gonna beat you. And so, he would either launch a fire fist or some other fire technique, and then flat out it'd be destructive. It would be destructive. Like a destructive fire. Like that's how good he trained and perfected it. So that's why I thought that was really cool. Um, so there was that and everything. We also did get to see the supernovas in there. Um, well, I mean, it was kind of already like a preview kind of thing that we saw the supernovas and stuff. Um, well, yeah, I didn't really get to mention about, the filler characters and everything. I'm sorry about that. One of them with Foxy and Wapple. Like I said, it was funny how they were called extras in the English dub because that's funny. Everybody laughed in the theater whenever we were watching it. It was funny. But standing next to Wapple in his ship, there was actually his brother. There was a guy named Mushru, I believe is how you spell his name, or Mushru, I think. He had a really weird power and everything. He was a devil fruit user too, I believe. But anyway though, he was standing next to Wapple on his ship, and I was like, Mushroom? It's like, no, no, not that guy. It's like, what are you doing there? Like, are you like actually trying to appear in the actual story now? Like, is Oda gonna write you in and be like, oh yeah, Mushroom, is an actual canon character. He's Wapple's brother, but Wapple, like Mushroom kind of went his own way, or I guess his mom, took Mushroom or something. Like, we never got to really hear, what happened to the mother of Wapple. We never got to hear what happened, to the mother. The dad, on the other hand, was the previous king of Drum before Wapple ever, took his place. Like, Wapple's dad was already the king, and he was a pretty good king. He was a pretty good guy. He was more responsible than Wapple ever was. And that's why I'm like, Wapple, you should have learned after your dad. I don't know why, you thought you could be like the greatest king ever whenever you're horrible. But Mushroom was there. There was also this Navy soldier. Um, well, I'm guessing he's a vice admiral, I think, or maybe he had a different rank, probably. But this tied back in between Zoe and Whole Cake, and that was a Navy filler. That was I'm guessing it was the Navy Land, I believe is what they called it. Like the Navy Land arc or something. It was a filler arc that resulted in the Straw Hats disguising themselves as Navy soldiers. Now, technically, they already did that before. Back with the whole G8 after Skypia, which actually I thought was pretty hilarious. Actually, it's a pretty good one. Actually, I really hope that Oda, should have wrote in, Jonathan and everything. Which, by the way, tiny little fact in that too. Jonathan was actually there too, and I was like, "Yay! It's like my boy Jonathan makes it into the movie. Hey, Jonathan! Like, he's a pretty good Marine. He was a pretty good guy, you know." I think I saw him and his wife there. I I think her name was Catherine or something close with that. I think. Um, but I think his wife was also there, so that's why I'm just like, yes, Jonathan's in the movie. Like, give this man more credit because Jonathan is smart. Like he would be like that one guy that would just be sitting, in the fleet of battleships and be like, that bullet guy over there with a bunch of other pirates right there, like that's gonna be a little bit tricky because the other pirates aren't really our top priority right now. The big target we got is Bullet, but that dude's already went, awakened power. And I know how those awakened devil fruit users work, at least, some of them. This one's gonna be tricky. It's like, all right, like, how about this? We fire a warning shot and everything, like, just one. And if he wants to go and kind of throw crap at us and everything or try to do something, unload at once. Like, flat out just unload at once, all right? All of them at once. Straight at Bullet. Like, he would think smart and be like, all right, we're going to fire a warning shot and we're going to get his attention. If he does something, like if he straight up wants to go and either, use the island against us and try to hit us, that's when we unload at once. Like flat out just unload on that guy. And if that don't work, then we're gonna have to try like a different assault kind of thing. Like he's gotta think of different strategies. But Jonathan will get it. He's pretty smart. Um, but back, to the Navy guy though, not Jonathan, because Jonathan I believe was I think Jonathan was a vice admiral. I think. No, he was a captain. Jonathan was a captain. But a pretty good one at that. Um, but it was this Navy soldier that was in this filler with with the Straw Hats and everything, or at least like a small Straw Hat group that consisted of Luffy, Nami, and Chopper and Brook. Yeah, because I'm never excluding Brook. I mean, they do get Sanji later on, but not yet. But they had, those four, and they had Carrot, Pedro, and Peckham's along with them. I don't know if Peckham's, yeah, I don't know if Peckham's ever joined along, with their little, Navy thing. I don't think they did. I don't know if Pedro did either. Carrot did though, and it was adorable how she was wearing how it was adorable how she was wearing a Navy outfit, and I was like, hey, Carrot gets to join the fun too. She's having fun. Um, but then there was this one Navy soldier though, and his name was Ground. I believe yeah, like it's gonna be called Ground because it was spelled Grount, Ground, or yeah, it's gotta be Ground. But I did see him though and everything whenever they were sending out all their all their soldiers, all their vice admirals and everything on the island to attack Bullet. They were fighting back. I did see Ground make an appearance and everything. Like he showed up, and I was like, Ground? It's like the boy with the gorilla arm, the one that could not tame his gorilla arm. Okay, okay, like, okay, let's see how you actually tame the thing. Let's see you actually, try to throw a punch at Bullet. I want to see you try. Like, even if you don't, do it, or if you don't, really like get a good punch and everything, it's okay. You tried. Like, I'm giving you a chance, Grout. Like, you've been through so much, buddy. Like, I technically didn't watch the full on filler, but I did watch the fight between him and um I did watch the fight between him and Luffy, and I also did see him have a backstory with Aokiji on how Aokiji's the one that basically gave Ground, the purpose of helping him tame his gorilla arm that was going all, crazy before because he wasn't able to control it and it had steam coming off of it too. So it was kind of going all over the place and stuff. The arm was controlling, itself instead of Ground controlling it. But during the time, it was kept in like this metallic little thing that was keeping it from going out of control and everything. But with their fight and everything, with Grout and Luffy's fight, it actually broke apart. The gorilla arm got shown, and Grout's just like, you know what? If this thing goes crazy, I hope it goes crazy on you, because other than that and everything, I don't know what to do because I feel like I've lost if it goes a different direction. Like, please, like I hope it listens to me, you know. But he was able to tame it though. He was able to actually tame it and actually use it to his advantage. He actually, seemed to actually tame it and control it, and he was able to fight back. So I was like, you know what, Grout? You know what? Like, if you ever make an appearance again in the anime, like another filler ties in where it's like another marine filler or something, and they put you back in it, I'm gonna be like, good job, Grout. Good job. You made it back, buddy. Like, I don't know if you would be on the same side, like you would want to fight Luffy in his group, or you might have a change of heart and be like, we fought, but you didn't discourage anything I did. Like, you didn't went and, insulted me with my crazy gorilla arm. You didn't try to go and say, like, really? Like, really? You gotta be like the weirdest abomination I've ever seen. Like, he didn't go and insult him and everything. It was just flat out they did a fight because, it was a fight. Because I believe Grant was the one that started the fight, and Luffy's like, well, shoot, I tried to get out of here, so I could, go and see my friend Sanji, but you're getting in my way. So they fought, Luffy won, and Ground's just like, that Straw Hat guy, he is something else. But you know what? Next time I see him, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get that guy. And whenever I do, I'm gonna feel great. I'm gonna feel great about it. Like, I cannot wait to see him again. And it's just him, this one guy that was fawning over Nami because he calls himself a Marine soldier, but in all reality, he probably just wanted to be a Marine soldier just to get close to all the female pirates and everything and be like, it's like, I love you all. It's like, I can see why you want to be hired. But then this other guy though that actually had some sense in him that was like, hey, it's like Grout, like, are you gonna be okay? Like, how's your arm? It's like, my arm's fine, dude. It's fine. Don't gotta worry about it no more, cause that kid helped me realize something. I really gotta be using this arm to the fullest extent. Like, I gotta do some training with this arm. I gotta do it. Like, I gotta really get my punches to be stronger. I gotta get stronger to beat him. Like, I gotta do it. So from then on, it's just Grounds going on that training little session, And I wish instead of just getting that little cameo shot that we saw them, whenever they're releasing all the Marines or going on the island to fight back and everything, I really wish that Grout would have landed just one punch. I wanted to see him using his gorilla arm, just one punch, to see how powerful he's really gotten. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that, so that way I would have been like, yes! It's like, Grout, my boy! You're getting stronger! I knew it! It's like, if Oda actually legit wrote you in the story to where you actually like matter as a Marine soldier, whether like whether if you're whether if you're at like a Marine base with Sengoku or Fujitora or some other admiral or somebody, like you would be represented too and be like, oh yeah, you see, like it would tie him back, to what the anime did and be like, oh yeah, I don't want you talking bad about Aokiji and everything because Aokiji gave me this life. He gave me the life to be a Marine, to be a good guy, to help people. Because I didn't want to hurt people with this arm anymore. And he froze it, but it didn't tear off the arm. All he did was just freeze it so that way it can calm itself down. And, it had to be sealed forever. And I did not blame him. I did not blame Aokiji to do that, or I didn't blame him that he did that. I actually looked up to him because Aokiji really knew, what to do. He actually knew how to help save somebody without being so violent, and so I'm gonna do the same, like this gorilla arm, it may be a violent thing that's connected to me, but I could use this to actually defend people without being so chaotic and violent with it. Like instead, I could protect people with it. And from then on, it's like he has that, moral justice to defend people, you know? And like, if that's actually, what the thing would, like, if that's what it would be, like, if Grout legit was to be written in the story and that's how he would say it, I would be like, that's right, Ground. You gotta learn the way of Aokiji, because Aokiji had good morals, and you knew that. Like he may have been a lazy guy. Like don't get me wrong, he was a lazy guy, but he knew how to live his life. He knew how to do something, and you knew too. Like you knew too. That's why you're just like, I gotta do this his way. I gotta. I mean, I could do it my way too, but hit like he taught me that in his moral ways, they're not so bad. Like I don't have to be violent in order to do my job. Like I can actually be more protective to the people instead of, doing it the other way, like how most Marines would. So there you go. Um, yeah. So I saw Grout in there. I saw Mushroom in there. Um, I'm trying to think of other characters that were probably from like fillers or from other movies that were shown in there. Because I probably might go and look up like, cameo appearance videos in One Piece Stampede, and everyone's just gonna be like, oh yeah, you wanna know all the characters that made it? Like, here's a whole list. All of these characters that, came from the legit series that we haven't seen in forever are all here. And, from the ones that came from like fillers or other movies, here's a list of those guys. Here they all are, you know? And I would be like, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Like, I'm actually accepting that. Um, and I know a lot of you are probably going to ask, like, did I see any did I see any movie related characters in there? Besides Mushroom, no, I didn't. I didn't see any other one. I didn't see at least I don't think I did, because I mean, if I did, it probably was like, from like a really old one. It wasn't like one of the big movies and everything, like the big three. I don't think they would reference the big three in there and everything. I don't think we would have seen Shiki in there, like Shiki making a random appearance and be like, oh shoot, it's like they're holding something special for Roger again. This is just great. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna be here for a while and everything, but I know the Marines are all surrounding this place because yeah, yeah, I see that little, I see that smoker guy over there. I know who you are, buddy. I've heard a lot about you. And you too, Tashigi. I hear, both of y'all are pretty strong people. I mean, I'm strong myself, but I don't got time to deal with y'all. Like, hmm. It's like I'm just gonna conceal my identity for now and stuff. I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna chill for a bit, But if this, but if the fun starts and everything, I'm gonna see where it goes. But then I bet whenever Bullet showed up, he's just looking and he's just all like, okay, now it's my time to leave. Like flat out just Shiki's just like, I'm out of here. I'm done, boy. Like, I am not dealing with this today. Like, I'm already pissed that this whole thing is held for Roger. I'm already angry. I'm upset, because all of this is about Roger. Roger's dead, but like this isn't really fair. Why can't they hold something in my honor? I'm not dead yet, but come on, But Shiki would just be like, you know what? I've seen enough. They're already holding something for Roger, and now one of his crewmates was here all along. Like this is just great. It's like, all right. So yeah, like the chaos starts brewing in and everything, and Shiki's just like, you know what? I'm out of here. Like I got my easy escape. I could float myself out. I'm done. Um, and then I bet people would probably like wonder like, what about Zephyr? Because Zephyr was also a movie villain and stuff, or at least a movie character, that was in another movie and stuff. Like, what about Zephyr? Would Zephyr make it in there? Um, the thing of it is though, is that with Zephyr's backstory, Zephyr actually defected from the Marines though. Like, even though this was just in the movie, it wasn't legit like canon or something. Like, it wasn't mentioned in the actual story. Like, oh yeah, this Marine named Zephyr or Zed. I'm guessing people will call him Zephyr instead, because that's what he's called by and everything, or just title as Z because film Z. Um, but the backstory of it is though is that Zephyr used to be a Marine once back in the day, and he actually was like one of the proud ones. He used to be like Garp and Sengoku back in the day and stuff. And Zephyr was like a proud Marine. He did his job that he was supposed to be doing. Fighting all the pirates and fighting all the pirates, defending the people, being the good guy that he knows he could be, like all that kind of stuff. But he had a lot of tragedies in his life and everything during his line of work. One of them, was that I don't know if it was that he lost his family first, or if it was the fact that he lost his yeah, I think I think what it was that he lost his arm first and everything. Like he lost some of his soldiers on a ship because he fought a pirate with devil fruit powers. We're not exactly sure who that is, but they must have been a pretty strong dude and everything. Like now people are gonna throw in questions like, who is that? It's like I don't know, but yeah, but it was implied that he fought a pirate with devil fruit powers. His soldiers have died and everything. He lost his arm. And in that process, that he was the only survivor and everything. He got himself a new arm, and it was embedded with Sea Prism Stone, like embedded with it, and so that way he can fight off any pirates with devil fruit powers. He can easily beat them. Um, but then since that point on, there were also pirates that attacked his family, like his wife and his child. They got killed by a pirate, and so he lost his family, and it really got him. It really got to him and everything that he lost his family because not only did he lose his soldiers, his men, and he lost his arm, but he also lost his wife and child. So it really got to him, like it really got to Zephyr that he's just like, these pirates really are out for me like right now. Like one just killed all my friends, like all these guys that looked up to me to be their leader, and now they're all dead, and it's my fault that this happened because I'm the only one surviving here. It's not fair. I tried to fight back. I lost my arm in the process for it, and I got a new one, and I'm still trying to fight on for it. But now they just went and killed my family, and I don't know what else I have. Because this job is all I have left. But that's whenever the part really got to it, where it's like, it got to the point where the government was wanting to hire warlords, or well, not really hire warlords, but they were hiring other pirates to become warlords of the sea. And when Zephyr heard about that, he was just like, "Really? Really? You're wanting to hire the people that killed our friends, the people, that we're trying to help train to become like us, and the people that are wanting to kill the innocent people out there, like, flat out just burn their villages down and literally just, like, kill everybody? Like, you want to hire those people?" Zephyr flat out was just like, "I cannot deal with this. I cannot deal with y'all anymore. Y'all failed, my intentions of wanting to be the good people. I don't know what came across y'all's mind that you wanted to do this." Like, Zephyr's just like, "I'm done with y'all. I'm done." And he left, Zephyr left the Marines. He created his own group called the Neo Marines. He took two of his, underlings with him because it was Ein and Benz, which both of them had devil fruit powers. Not gonna go explanatory with that one, really, like, not explaining too much detail with that one. Um, but they went under him and everything, like, in the Marines, but then they also defected too because they felt the same way just like him. It was ridiculous that they would hire pirates, the people that they're fighting, to fight for them. And it's like, really? We fought these people for so long and now you're wanting to ask them for help. That is ridiculous. And so he just leaves. And so yeah, he created the Neo Marines and everything, and he's been, he's been thinking of a way to stop all the pirates from getting whatever it is they want, like getting them, to stop, trying to go all the way to get to the One Piece or whatever, because that's what all of them are after, but some of them are also after, like, in it just for the treasure, just for getting whatever. But Zephyr is just like, I could easily stop all y'all with that and everything. Y'all gonna die. Alright? Every one of y'all is gonna die. Alright? You, the Marines, the government, like, everybody. I'm not even kidding. Every single one of you is going to die. Because I'm done with you all. You've done me wrong. You've literally, like, just blew my freaking mind and everything by doing all what you did. And now I'm ending it all. Like, I'm ending all of you. Even if it kills me, too. I don't care. All y'all gonna go gone. Like, bye bye. And that's what he wanted. He wanted everyone to just disappear and everything because he was just done. He was like, "I'm done with all of you." And yeah. But if Zephyr was ever to be tied in, like, legit to the actual, like, to the actual, like, Stampede movie, I don't think he would actually be legit making an appearance in there. Only because of the fact that he was, a Marine. He would never support, the fact of it being a pirate festival. In fact, he would actually lead his own fleet of the Neo Marines to basically do like a buster call kind of thing. Like, kind of fire the cannonballs from his ships and everything from his battleships, kind of, destroy the island to pieces, ruining the pirate festival early on before Bullet can even show up. And it's like, yeah. Yeah. Y'all are screwed. Y'all are screwed. Like, Bullet's not even gonna show up, and I know who that guy is, but he ain't gonna get it. Not even a single touch. Nope. He flat out just gonna go bye bye. He gone. Um. Yeah. Now Tesoro, which is basically the final villain, or at least the final movie character. Like, either way, he technically was a villain in a way, but it wasn't his fault. Um, well, technically it wasn't Zephyr's fault either because, of all the stuff that happened to him. But anywho, Tesoro, Tesoro already had his own thing going on with the Grand Tesoro. If you watched Film Gold, there were some appearances of, some characters from the actual series in there. None were filler at all. It was legit all, it was like legit all the story characters, or some that you could think of from throughout the series. They were there, and it's like, hey, my boy, like, my boy, this character made it in the movie and stuff. Like, he's a cameo appearance. Cool. But I mean, technically Tesoro was a pirate too, but at the same time, I think Tesoro was more of a government property sort of type of person. Like meaning that Tesoro was more use of the government than being an actual pirate, though. Even though he technically could be, but in all reality, though, Tesoro was mainly like for use of the government, like for the cipher polls, for the Gorosei of the Five Elder Stars, Im, who is the king of the world, like people higher up like that. And Tesoro alone is basically just use, for them instead. He's not useful for like anything else really, just that. And like how would Tesoro tie in? If they wanted to add him in the movie, um, I mean, like I said, Tesoro's a pirate too. I don't know if Tesoro had his actual ship besides the Grand Tesoro that technically is a ship. I don't see that gigantic thing making its way in because, um, this is tying back into the to the movie and everything. They did a reference of Sky Island that they did the knock up stream with and everything, and it legit was a Sky Island sort of, um, that basically everyone had to fight. They all had to fight on it to get the treasure of what they wanted and everything, but it was like, okay, I see the reference. They basically pulled a Skype reference like out of their butts. Okay, good job, good job. Like that's fine. I literally thought that Enru would be like, making an appearance somewhere just randomly and be like, is that another one? Is that another one? It's like, oh my god. It's like, oh my freaking god. It's like, okay, okay. You know what? I already obliterated Skype. I can obliterate another one. All right, like freaking thunderstorm on that one and everything. Thunderstrike on that freaking island right there. It's done. It's dead. And then he's just flat out like, all right, back to the moon, like back to the fairy verse. I'm going back. I thought I was gonna come back to rule this place, but then I see another one of that, and it's like, you know what? You know what? No, no, I already see another one. It's like, you know what? Someone tried to copy me. Someone's already trying to become a god already. And it's like I took them out, sure, but I feel like everyone's just gonna follow what I'm doing, and I can't have that. You know what? So not dealing with this right now. So he flat out just goes back up to the moon and is like, gonna need a minute. Like gonna need a breather because it's like I cannot believe this. Yeah, so Enderu's just flat up just like, screw this, man. Like, I'm gonna wait a while, like, probably like another year or something. I cannot deal with this right now. Um, yeah, but Tesoro, going back to him, like, how would he go and play a role, though? I would say he would have his own little mini ship that probably would have a name that would probably be like the golden treasure probably, I guess, or something with gold in it because, it relates back to his devil fruit power and all that kind of stuff. Even though I wouldn't say that he would actually have to go and mold a ship together, I don't think he would do that because, a devil fruit weakness, the minute it touches the water, it would, kind of lose its purpose. So that means that if the gold that Tesoro used to go and make the ship and he puts it in the water, it would already sink because, like it would fall apart because basically it's gold, like it's gold that Tesoro used, not actual gold. Um, so I think he would have just a regular ship with golden parts on top of the ship and not below. Um, but basically it would be like called maybe the Golden Treasure or something close to that, in which it would be him, Tanaka, Bakura, and Dice all on there, and it would be like, aha, it's like, so this pirate festival truly is spectacular. But, I bet I could make it even more spectacular, with my gold, and it would be like, oh great, it's this gold idiot again. I could have sworn the last time we seen him he was getting arrested. It's like, yeah, but the movie stuff, like that all doesn't really count. So Tesoro, they can make him come back and be like, "Oh, you thought I got arrested, but I didn't." but you know, but I could probably see Tesoro trying to fight his way through and everything. Probably making a reference back to Film Gold, like if him and Luffy ever just met with each other, um, like if him and Luffy ever met with each other, um, basically it would be like, oh, Straw Hat, we meet again. Except this time it seems like you're fighting for a different purpose this time instead of trying to fight, for people's freedom. What is it that you seek this time? It's like, oh shoot, it's like not you again. Like it would be like this whole, back and forth with him and everything, but then in the end, Cesaro would be like, so, you remember how you defeated me? And it's like, yeah, I launched you straight in the freaking sky and you probably landed back down somewhere. But yeah, I remember. It's like, yeah, you see, thanks to you, I got arrested. But as a funny little thing, I got myself my own bailout because, thanks to my wondrous gold powers, I created a lot of moolah. To like a lot of prison guards to get myself bailed out. So yeah, basically I got myself, free of charge out and everything. I gave them a lot of money of what they wanted, and I escaped. Basically, I called that free of charge. And Luffy's like, Luffy would be like, so you basically cheated your way to get out. It's like, yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did back then, and that's what I did now. It's like, I still hate you. Like flat out, just Luffy just looks at him like with a glum look. It's like, I still hate you. It's like, yeah, I know you do. And then they just get their fight back on and everything, and it's like, oh my god. But then, by the end of the day though, like would Tesoro stay for a while and watch the fight with Bullet, or would he leave, like Shiki before like the whole chaos, is brewing out. Like would Tesoro stay and, watch what happens, or would he actually leave and be like, yeah, I'm not dealing with all this again. It's like the Navy came at me and everything, and they tried to go and fire at me with my awakened gold power, but mm-mm, I ain't dealing with that again. So like I'm headed straight out of here and everything. Like I can see there's another awakened user, like myself, but I can see that he could probably handle it more than I can. So yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. Like, is that cool? I'm gonna leave. And whenever he does and everything, like that's it. Tesoro's just like, well, yeah, I got myself my own bailout and everything. It's been fun, but yeah, Straw Hats, like you go and enjoy yourselves, at that horrid little island there. I am not gonna deal with that anymore. All right, like I'm gonna get my own little thing back on. Like you guys are done for. I could see it. Goodbye, and that's it. Tesoro just sails away. He's gone. And it's like, okay, all right, um, yeah, so that's all what I can really think of with those, big three movies and everything, or at least those, movie characters and stuff. Um, but like I said though, with a lot of cameo appearances, I would have to look through a list or something, or write it down and be like, here's all the characters that made it in the movie, and on why some of these are movie related characters, because they either showed up in like a really old One Piece movie, or they showed up in a in a big movie, like a big One Piece movie, but it's only just them though. It's not like their main boss or whatever. Like for example, like if it's Tesoro's crew, like Tesoro's whole group from Film Gold, we would either see like Tanaka or Dice or Bakura, but it's like instead of only just seeing like, well, like instead of seeing Tesoro, we would see just them. Like we would just see them, but not Tesoro the big boss. We would see one of them, or maybe all three, or maybe two of them, like depending on what they want to do with that, and be like, yeah, But you think you're gonna see the big boss though, but no, you're not. Like you already kind of saw him in the last one and everything, and you know what happened to him, you know. So kind of think on how, kind of think on how his lackeys got out and everything, because their boss apparently couldn't get out because probably reasons. But as for their lackeys though, like Bakura has the ability of luck, so she can get herself out like that. She could be like, yeah, my powers allow me to abuse luck basically. I can use luck whenever I want and, give more to myself or give more to people. Like I could do that. Tanaka, he can phase through stuff and everything, so they don't shackle him. He can easily get out. He can be all like, "Whip, I've had fun here. Goodbye." And just basically just faces through walls and basically is all like, "My freedom." Dice is a pretty tough dude, yeah, Dice is a pretty tough dude, but I don't know. I could definitely see Tanaka or Bakura just, helping him get out and be like, thank you. Even though I think this place is really cool, to kind of give me the beatdowns or whatever, because I'm thinking that the term yeah, I think the term for masochist means I know it's strange to talk about this, but I think that's what Dice is and everything, because the dude, like in Film Gold, him and Zoro were fighting and Zoro kept unleashing all these powerful attacks and beating the crap out of him and everything. And Dice is just like, bro, like, that hurts, but it feels so great. It's like, come on, like, hit me again. It's like, this is starting to get creepy, you know? So, yeah, I literally think that Dice is a legit masochist. I think he would do well in Impel Down. I really think he will, because they got something for that there. They do. It's crazy. It's weird, but they do. So who knows? Maybe Dice might not even want to leave that. Maybe he'd be like, nah. I got whatever I need down here, you guys. They try to beat the crap out of me all the time and everything. It feels so great. But that doesn't even come, as close as what that swordsman Zoro did to me. Like, that dude hit me hard straight in the head. Like, yikes. But yeah, I'm good down here. Like, you guys can go if you want, but I'm good. Like, see you later. This is basically my farewell to you guys. I'm done. Goodbye. And that's the end of Dice's story. But, you know, like if I do see them and stuff, like I said, I can basically let y'all know, and like in a part two and everything. Because I know I was supposed to do a review for this. I guess this was sort of a review, but it wasn't really discussing the movie too much. Uh in the next part though, I will do that because why not? Why not? But yeah, I think this video has been going on for like an hour and everything. I mean, it basically was like my whole, kind of like rant and discussion about the movie and stuff. But yeah, I really did enjoy that movie and everything. It had, a lot of references to the actual series. It had it actually had a lot of cameos of characters in there, and it just had like a lot of everything. So I'm just like, pretty cool, Um, so yeah, this will be the end of the video right here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a like on the video, and leave a comment down below and everything about your thoughts and stuff. Like I said at the beginning, that all really depends if you've watched the One Piece Stampede movie and everything. Because, like I said, I'm gonna put spoilers in the description and everything. Like, uh either kind of like a hashtag spoilers or like a parentheses spoilers. Um, but like basically trying to warn y'all that there will be spoilers and everything in case if y'all haven't watched it. But if you're like one of those type of people that are like, it's too late for me, dude. I'm probably not gonna watch the movie. I've seen all the spoilers anyway. Do lay it out on me. It's fine. Like you're one of those people, then okay, this video is fine for you too. But as for you, like as for other people that haven't seen the movie that don't want to be spoiled and everything, please do not watch this video. Okay? Like please. I will make that literally into the second part, making that a warning again, like for anyone that has not watched this movie and everything, One Piece Stampede, please do not watch this video if you do not want to be spoiled. Please do not watch this video. But yeah, but anyway, though, I will see what I can do about a video tomorrow, and I know, tiny little note before I do end it, um, I do know that probably a lot of you are probably wanting the game content and everything. Um, the thing is with that though, is that I actually, I'm trying to remember a tip from a friend of mine that actually was trying to help me do that, because the way how we were going to start doing the YouTube videos, at least for myself, was basically doing it by, gameplays and stuff. And I can't remember exactly how he showed me to do it with the PS4 way. Probably you can leave like, a comment down below on how to help me with that, because once I get that set up and everything, you're basically going to see me playing a lot of games and stuff on there, like One Piece World Seeker. I mean, I could redo the gameplay on that one, even though I've already beat the game and basically just got bored with it and stuff. But basically, I would do like redo the gameplay of that and everything, and make my own little comments and stuff and everything. Pirate Warriors 3 would also be available with that too. Um, I guess Burning Blood, even though there's not much really to go with Burning Blood, so that one's a more of a eh. I do have Borderlands the Handsome Jack edition, so I could do Borderlands 2 and Borderlands pre-sequel. Like I can, do the gameplay of that and everything. I mean I did have GTA 5 as well, but the story basically stopped itself at some point, and I don't know why. I'm kind of really upset with it, because basically it's more like what to do with the story with that game at this point, because I don't know what else to do. It's really getting to me. I don't know what else to do. Um, so yeah, I mean, like basically though, what I also wanted to do, was also to get me a Nintendo Switch, because I know Pokemon Sword and Shield is gonna be coming out on the 20th this month. So probably gonna be working my butt off pretty hard to get that and everything, to get that game, so that way, if it's possible to do recording of gameplay on the Switch as well, I would do that. And whenever I do and everything, I'll be able to play Pokemon Sword and Shield, and because like I gotta get my Pokemon roots back on too. Like I would put that as a separate category too and everything. Like there's gonna be a lot of separate category stuff on this channel. Like some of it would be other anime series I would do discussions about and everything. And others would be like other games and stuff, like in different categories. So so yeah, I'm just letting you guys know that and everything. I hope y'all enjoy that though and everything whenever it gets started. But yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful day slash night, because it's nighttime for me right now. But yeah, but I hope y'all have a wonderful day slash night, or morning, because sometimes time zones can be randomly weird. And I will see you all in the next one.